Hey everybody, this is your boy from Sorry I Didn't Come With a Filter podcast. Yeah. So, last night was a big night. I got to see a lot of crazy ass shit. That was awesome. It was awesome. Sorry I didn't put up my podcast on my YouTube channel. My computer crashed last night. So that really sucked. Pissed me off. Got me all mad, got me all steaming mad, like literally, like I could not even, I flipped out at everybody. I was ready to break my computer in half and just throw it into the toilet if I had to. It was just crazy. So I'm going to also record this at the same time. Oh, no, let's take a picture. There we go. Yeah. Anyways. I could not care less about what happened last night. So, hi everybody in YouTube. I will do another intro video on this too at the same time. Just going to be covering a lot faster here because I'm in a bit of a bind on a Friday. It is a busy day. It is what it is. So, let me get down to the business. Let me get down to my part. Let me take you on my take, my opinion, my view, and unfiltered, uncut, uncensored, and totally unscripted. Well, big news in the Canuck land. PD and Hughes are basically officially signed to Vancouver as we speak. So that's pretty much a positive on that front. That is so freaking great. Now everybody can get off everybody. Benny did a really good deal. As a lot of people have stated that he did have the financials down. Financials were there. It was just not. It was the term. It was the term of the contract. You guys, you have to all understand the term of the contract is very, 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 very tricky. It's a tricky situation. It is a hard situation to even explain to a lot of people. I need a water because I'm going to get through this as fast as I can, as possible, as quickly as possible. So, in retrospect, I have talked to so many people. I'm wearing my Dodgers. Let's go Dodgers. Woo! Yeah, buddy. Seager, Bellinger, I love you. But back to the Canuck talking out right now. It was amazing to hear that the deal was officially done. It was quick. It was painless. It was, everybody said it was painful, waiting. Well, some things have to wait and some, all good things come when you wait. You have to have patience. So that's a great thing. And, it's not too far behind the 8 ball. The Canucks are going to be, they got PD and Hughes. I believe they're coming back this weekend. This is what I've been hearing, what I've seen, what I've read. So that's a good thing. That's fantastic. Awesome. That is the best front. Like, you can't ask for more. You got Hughes on a 6-year, $7.75 million per year. You got PD on a bridge deal. Again, people, you have to understand, this is where the fucking bullshit has to end. Nobody could possibly offer sheet PD without losing everything. Okay? Like, we're through a pandemic right now. We're in, like, what you would say recovery, I guess. I don't know. But what happens if it spikes? What happens if it spikes again? What happens if we had to go through a pandemic 2.0 again? Like, a repeat. The money has to make sense. And teams, yes, Kraken could have done it. Arizona could have done it. A lot of other teams could have done it. But they played it safe and said, screw it, because come next year, you got another giant free agency class coming up. So that's all on that. Now, hockey is going to be starting pretty soon. I am so psyched. I am so happy. My mental state of mind will be fucking absolutely great. I got week 4 coming up of the NFL, so I'm going to be doing my picks tomorrow and all that to go for Sunday. I will do it, again, I will record my picks and who I'm going with. I'm going to be doing multi-entries, so I'm going to just try to pick a player from each game into my game or into my thing. That's my plan, that's my idea, but most of the times when I put a plan and an idea together, it goes wayside and I do it a complete opposite way. That's how stupid I can be. So that's that. We got EPL coming up this weekend, which is woohoo! Soccer, more soccer, woohoo! Got my DAZN back, yeah! Just happy I bought groceries today. I got my Gatorade, I got my waters. You know, I'm just amped. Today has been like a pretty good day. I paid some like 5 bills, 6 bills today, so I'm pretty amped. I'm amped up. I'm happy. I'm in a good state of mind. And I'm not going to let anything that shit up again. Except last night was a real piss-off night. So, anyways, back to what I was going to say. Yeah, we got pro wrestling. Pro wrestling. It's a big night tonight. We got Bryan Danielson versus Nick Jackson in AEW Rampage. We got a hair versus hair match in AEW Rampage. Orange Cassidy versus Jack Evans, and and plus more on that. Again, happy to Sammy Guevara for becoming a new TNT champion. It was kind of a very big deal. I believe, switching the title in the late great Brody Lee, aka John Haber's hometown of Rochester, the man who was a former TNT champion, who put basically Cody Rhodes through every fucking bit of hell and all that shit. And that was good. Those were good matches in AEW. Besides that, next Wednesday we also have The Elite versus Bryan Danielson, Frankie Kazarian or Christian Cage, one or the other, and Jungle Express. Or Jurassic Express. Sorry, not Jungle. Sorry, Jungle Boy. Anyways, on that's next Wednesday. That's Dynamite. But tonight we also have the WWE Draft. Okay, so this draft, I don't know. I can't even wrap my head around this draft because you don't have any general managers. They're like, I just don't get it. But I know a lot of people are speculating Walter coming to WWE, or to the main roster. If he does, I think they should just give him the sweetheart deal of like a Brock Lesnar and use him as like your main attraction. Like, Walter is somebody you don't want to overuse and expose too much, because he is like that. He's the European Brock Lesnar kind of guy. He is so captivating, and his entrance is so big and so out there, and it's nuts. It's crazy. But if he does, he probably, I really hate to say it, he'll end up on Raw, and you got Gladiator carrying Cross. Okay, seriously, get rid of the freaking, oh my god, get rid of that helmet, get rid of that gear, and let him be his Cross gimmick like he was. Just an absolute monster, beast, destroyer, and everything. Let him do that. This is like fucking head scratching. I think maybe the plans could be changing. Drew McIntyre could stay on Raw. Maybe switch Bobby Lashley over to SmackDown. Because, he carried Raw. And honestly, I think to get him away from the picture of itself of the WWE, and now the WWE Championship, World Championship, this one right here, go and swatch him over to the Universal title and let Reigns and him go at it, and actually do a freak. I know Reigns and Lesnar would be a money thing, but the bigger money one would be like a Lashley versus Lesnar WrestleMania MMA type style match. They both were in MMA. Bellator versus UFC, like, fuck, it's genius, it's insane, it is crazy, it is captivating, it would put asses in more seats than Vince could ever imagine. But that's beside the point. The draft is up. I don't really see too much moving around. I think Damian Priest is going to stay on Raw, because that would be a really good spot for him as the US champ. Keep King Shinsuke Nakamura over in SmackDown, let him be Intercontinental Champ, and then even, still pump in those Dream World title matches, Universal title matches, whatever. Give them all opportunities against Reigns. Let Reigns go through the whole roster and the pecking order and say, I destroyed you and destroyed that. Because honestly, if he's going to be the head of the table, you're going to have him destroy a lot of the roster and just say, nobody's going to beat me. And then you got like Lashley and you got Lesnar coming up and you got them beating the shit out of him. I'd love McIntyre, but I'd rather see McIntyre be a heel on Raw because it's so much better for him. And that's my take on all the pro wrestling stuff. But back over on the sports side, now I had to have everybody ask me, like a lot of my friends have asked me, why doesn't the NFL have a development system? Well, here's the problem. You're sinking money into all these players, and especially, you got the pretty cool freaking Super Bowl. I'm not even cool. It's fucking epic. You got Aftermath / Death Row / Queen of Hip Hop and Soul and Future of Hip Hop and Rap, with Kendrick Lamar being one of the top ones, with Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, and Miss Mary J. Blige, all on the Super Bowl halftime show. Now there's where your money is being spent, because you spent so much on that. And on top of that, you're paying advertisers to promote their stuff during Super Bowl. And then you're paying tons of money to the players. This is why you don't have a development thing. I was looking and listening to so much about why football is so hard to play when you're a rookie, you're coming out of college. Pat McAfee said it. Darren Alvosky said it. A lot of others said it. It's because the game's faster, harder, and it's competitive. Complete competitive to the point of competitiveness. Where you have like NHL, you have NBA, you have MLB. MLB has 3 stages before you make it to the major leagues. You have single A, triple A, and double A. You got all those. And then you got the G League in the NBA. And then you got the AHL in the NHL. And then you got the ECHL. And then there's like some other ones. I've tried to explain this so many times, probably on here and several times with people. When you're going to do a development kind of route, you have to understand these guys are going to be the next future, the next up and coming superstars or players or whatever. It's insane. I will say that to the point, to the day I die. It is all insane. One of my tablets is just going off freaking kilter here, and I hate that. And I don't know why it is. It's not something I really care for. So, yeah, how can you tell that, like, I got all this crap, like, yeah, whatever, select, delete, no, backup, no, cancel, screw it, I got all this crap anyways. I'm just going to delete everything while I'm doing this. Yeah, it's just, it got to a point where, people have to understand there's not a lot to take in. It's hard to assume that there's players there. No, those can stay. Unnecessary files. Sure, why not? Select all items. There we go. Yeah, I have them all, so they're all on my phone. That's alright. Anyways, that's all getting done. So now I can just free that up. There we go. So anyways, as I was saying, it became more apparent with the NHL and all that. NHL has its stuff. I can't explain it anymore. It's like soccer in Europe. They have their academies and, loan systems. And somebody asked me about why it took forever for the Canucks to even sign PD and Hughes. Well, the thing is, it's not the easiest system to break. Okay? When you have a cap and when you're in a situation we're in right now, it is less likely like you're going to get somebody to come in and do what it is. You can't just go out and spend money all the time. You can't spend money to buy like all the great players. This is not, as I said in previous podcasts, it's not a video game system, okay? It's not a video game system. You just can't go and click off the salary cap and build your team to be this monster team. You just can't. You have to play within the rules of what you are given, and that is what it is. So, in retrospect, the NHL itself has implemented that. But this is the one thing fans forget to understand. Since there are players that are wanting to be unvaccinated and don't want the vaccination, the NHL has given the green light to the teams, to management and owners that, if the player refuses to be vaccinated and doesn't want to do what he's, got to do for the job, you can suspend them or put them on long-term injury reserve, free up that cap money, and then you got money. And today is like the deadline for opting out. So if you're a player and you want to just opt out again, go ahead and opt out, help out a team with some cap issues, and then they can go. I understand in Canuck land here, everybody's kind of pissed about the whole Travis Hamonic. We all have to respect their personal choices and their personal reasons. Okay, they're not going to give it to us, but if it's a personal thing and it's their choice, then let them be. If they want to sit out, let them sit out. I have nothing against these guys. I have nothing now. I know I probably said it. I'm going to retract that. I'm going to say I have nothing against these individuals. It's their call, okay? It's their life. Let them be. We should not be judgmental, okay? We're fans, remember. We're fans. We're not fucking billionaires or millionaires and running this team. I understand we sink money into this team, but understand, this is my take, my opinion, my view, and I'm unscripted, uncensored, and unfiltered on this shit. So I hate it when people have to understand. It's a business. It's about money. It is always going to be about money. In NHL terms, it's always about money. In NBA, same thing. MLB, same thing. So NFL, soccer, everything. It's all about money. It's how you get your dollars back into that corp. So there it is. There's so much other stuff that could have possibly go wrong in other terms, but it didn't. It worked out to being the best. It worked out to being its safe haven for it. On it, okay? I understand why the NHL did it and did what they did for it, and that's pretty cool and that's awesome. I agree with it. I'm not going to argue with the whole fact. So, if it's going to be the way it is, let it be. Let players do what they want and do what they need to be safe. And, come next season, when maybe this shit's over and done with, this whole bullshit of COVID, you can filter it in, because been talks about maybe raising it up $1 million, maybe $1.5 million, maybe $2 million. Who knows? So let's see how this works, because they're going to try to do a full 82-game season with full capacity crowds all over, except here in BC. I think later on, after this calendar year is up, I'm pretty sure we'll probably get to see like maybe more than 50 to 75, 85% capacity in Rogers Arena. I totally understand why we have this problem here. Every other world, it's full capacity. As long as you're vaccinated and you're wearing your mask and you got your little QR code shit, I'd rather take a freaking card for it, okay? I'm not going to get you on my phone. My phone's messed up already. So, that shit. Besides all that, I will be podcasting again tomorrow. I will be doing another roundup and a recap of what I saw on Rampage and the draft tonight and what I've heard and my picks for my fantasy and all that. And I'll even recap a little bit of what happened in the Premier League tomorrow, because a lot of games are early and I'm not up early. I am sleeping. So everybody have a good day. It's Friday. Remember, it's the last day of the work week and it's the weekend. So enjoy yourselves. I will see you guys all again tomorrow.